Hello, YouTubers. Angela Logan. Everyday Shenanigans. It is Saturday, October 26, 2019. Would like to give you all an update on the 39 bodies that were found in the lorry trailer in London. And it reads as follows. Several families in Vietnam contacted authorities with concerns that their relatives were in a refrigerated truck in southeast England. One text read from a young girl saying, "I'm sorry, Mom. My journey abroad hasn't succeeded. Mom, I love you so much. I'm dying because I cannot breathe." And her name was Pham T. Tar Mai, 26 years of age. Okay, this lorry truck was found in an industrial park in Grays, Essex. 25-year-old Mo Robinson of Northern Ireland, a truck driver, was arrested on suspicion of murder. On Friday, a 48-year-old man and woman from Ireland, no, excuse me, a 48-year-old man from North Ireland and a man and a woman, both from North Ireland, 38 were arrested. An additional gentleman was arrested on Friday, a 48-year-old man, and they are being arrested for manslaughter and trafficking related offenses. Autopsies have started. 8 women and 31 men were Chinese descent. Now, there'll be some speculations on that. We'll get to that. China, is contesting, so sorry about that, is contesting the claims of the nationalities. So right now that is an issue. They don't, I guess, upset that the media has deemed the people of Chinese descent. So I will read as follows. The truck was driving from Belgium to the UK on a ferry called the Clementine. Interesting name, Clementine. When you think of Clementine, you think of something sweet and nice. Obviously not. Anyway, the owner of the trailer shared the GPS tracking info with the British police. The lawyer representing GTR, the owner of the trailers, allowed real-time monitoring of temperatures, and the info is being shared with the truck, tractor, and the driver. So when you say that, it makes you wonder, okay, so how did the people die in the truck? Okay. The Vietnamese government says one father believes that his daughter is among the dead. And also another father has contacted the government and also says he believes his son is one of the victims. The man named Pham Van Teen basically sent a letter, emergency letter, to the authorities saying of Ha Tinh province that his daughter Pham T. Tra Mai is suspected in the tragedy. The daughter left China on October 3rd before heading to France and the UK. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, she sent messages pleading for help. The government source tells CNN that local authorities in Vietnam have been asked to check into the man's claims. Okay, the deputy chief constable from Essex Police Department, Miss Pippa Mills, said they will not be commenting on the nationalities of those who have tragically lost their lives. She strongly urges that all journalists and people on social media not speculate the identities of these involved or circumstances surrounding the investigation. She said once the people have been formally identified, then they will give information once the identification process is completed thoroughly. Okay, the 48-year-old man that was arrested on suspicion of manslaughter and conspiracy to traffic people in connection to the 39 bodies in the trunk was arrested at the Stansted Airport. The other 3 are still in custody. This tracking GPS was shared with the police by the owner of the trailer, and emergency service were called in to this trailer, which got this ball rolling to where they end up discovering these bodies. How the emergency people were called, I don't know. I have no idea. I didn't get any information on that. But as they say, as the owners of this truck has said, the GPS was activated throughout the entire lease, and that the lawyer for GTR is basically saying that he doesn't know if the information was sent out remotely or not, and he is shocked by this incident. Someone asked if background checks were conducted, and he said basically, the owner said, "This is our bread and butter," which that is no answer. Is it yes or no? Okay. Then, the first 11 bodies that were found were taken to the Broomfield Hospital in Chelmsford. Okay. A ceremony in remembrance of these 39 victims was held outside I don't even know what this says. I don't know what this says anyway. I'm sorry. Anyway, I'm reading something else. Okay. A candlelight vigil was held Thursday outside the UK Home Office for the victims. I'm sorry, I was misreading something. Okay, now it has been asked that why would anyone be fleeing China? So here are some of the reasons that some of the people might be fleeing China. Political repression, the one-child policy, and the desire to study abroad. The Chinese spokesperson is rebuffing the notion that people were unhappy there and leaving for other negative reasons, and basically made a statement saying that the people are grateful and the safeness and fulfillment and happiness in the past 7 decades. And I know I don't believe that. Because a decade is 10 years. I know I didn't write that down properly. That doesn't even make any sense. Okay. Anyway. We're going to roll. I'm not going to agree with that. 7 decades is 70 years. There's no way you're going to make me think that life was great 70 years ago in China. Hell, 70 years ago in America, life wasn't great for African American people. And probably some other people. So ain't no way I'm going to believe that. We already know that the country is overcrowded. They have a high population of people. They're telling the people how many children they can have. And it's overcrowded and God knows what else. That's more of a, what do I call, a more conservative regime in that country. And the people I don't think are the type, I don't think in the government, Chinese government, you can act out and really have an opinion about anything. And it's not like the freedom you have here in America. So I don't know why those people were in that trailer. I don't know if it was human trafficking. I don't know what it was. I don't know why. We'll find that out. But maybe those people were wanting a better life. Maybe it's not human trafficking. Maybe it was some people paid these people, whoever running this trailer, and they were trying to get to a better way of living, because to each his own. People leave countries for various reasons. And, even though China is a, second largest economic country, that doesn't mean that the people there are happy. And so the Chinese government can't speak on all the people that live there, just like no one can speak of how people feel here in America, because everyone has a different outlook on life. So my condolences and prayers to those that passed away, to the families once they find out that their loved one were in that trailer. And I will tell you that 39 bodies, and hearing that girl sent a message to her family telling them she could not breathe in there. See, I was wondering about that. 39 people in this trailer. Was the air on, heat on, what? Then they're trying to say that it's temperature, that they sends messages to the driver, the temperature of the trailer. So you had to have known that it was too warm back there, depending on the temperature of where you're traveling to and fro. And then the fact that now you find out that it wasn't even driving on the road, it was on a ferry. So I had to get back with that information, how long it was on there, because I didn't want to, do too long of a video. But that ain't no good. And who's to say that he was even sitting in the truck on the ferry? Common sense that when you get a truck, car on a ferry, you get out of your vehicle and you roam and sit on the ferry and read a book or do whatever until you dock, until the ferry docks. And then you get behind the wheel of your vehicle and you drive off. So depending on how long that trip was from Belgium to the UK on that ferry, more than likely that's how they died, was on that ferry. Well, mercy. I don't know what to say. And then there was a notion, a comment made about modern day slavery, that there's a lot of modern day slavery going on in these in China, and so one has to use their better half to think, their mind. When you say modern day slavery, what are you talking about? I don't know because I don't live over there. But I know one thing. Those people, whoever they are, whatever nationality they are, they want it out of there. And they probably paid someone to traffic them out of there. And that was that. And somebody who wasn't hitting on a pile of beans loaded them up in there. He got paid his due, got paid his fee for driving them, and didn't care what was going on, and didn't care about the temperature back there in that truck. Never cared. Because now we have to ask ourselves, who called the emergency 911 or whatever there to say that those people were in that truck? Or was it what? He dropped the trailer off somewhere and then left for the day? You know, was that the routine? Because now you have to ask yourself, who discovered the bodies? When the trailer got to the industrial park, what did he do once he parked the trailer, and who opened the trailer? That's up for speculations. Until the next video, prayers and thoughts with the families once they find out, and get you something to think about to let you know your life ain't that bad here, that we are in the greatest country in the world, and most of us have simple lives. Some of us have exuberant lives, but you don't have that problem. No matter what you're trying to attain in life, what you're trying to get in life, you didn't have to be smack packed, stuffed in a trailer to get to a better life, a better world. It's really sad. Till the next video. Talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.